وهلا والله بالشباب، اخباركم؟ ان شاء الله تكونوا بخير. اليوم معنا الحلقه الثانيه من تختيم لعبه ذا كونسل المجلس. قبل ما نفوت على الجيم بلاي اصدقائي، لا تنسوا اللايك والاشتراك تفعيل زر التنبيهات. خلينا نكمل وليتس جو. طيب اوكي، احنا اخر اشي دخلنا على القصر هذا. خلينا نتفقد ونشوف شو فيه.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch, a biography of the great men.
تيك ذا بوك. اوكي. طيب احنا مطلوب منا نروح على الجماعه هذول اللي هون.
I thought my chimney was big, but this one is beyond belief.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also just arrived?
Oh, late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi? He joins us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simple.
George Washington, President
George Washington.
of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Moras de Riche. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
And you haven't seen anything yet. Generally, when Lord Mortimer organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you'll forgive my indiscretion?
اوكي my mother about. طيب about later my mother.
At the
Sorry, my
risk
mother.
of disappointing you, we weren't conspiring in our corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Riche's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, my friends, do any of you know the reason why we're here this
That's
time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Horn, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests.
During which time we remake the world.
هاي شو مالك تتحرك هيك زي اللي طب فيها صراع.
Cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So, if I understand rightly, Monsieur de Riche, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
اها. That's something. She's gone missing. مفقودة. طيب.
Lord Mortimer asked me to drop everything and come find my mother, who seems to have disappeared during her stay here.
Ah,
I took the first boat, and here I am.
I'm so sorry.
Don't
No,
be, sir.
Rich.
It's not your fault.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a moment to speak about her.
اوكي.
Good Lord. Washington is wearing the emblem of the Grand Master of the Golden Order. It's the highest distinction of the order in the United States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Good evening, my friends.
Holy shit. That's the man from my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, You must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I have already eaten. Thus, I shall be happy to remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to keep Mr. Washington company.
Please feel at home. And you, sir?
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision.
طيب وين نروح؟
My vision is more important. Let's follow home. I'll follow you, sir. Mr. Washington, I hope to speak with you at greater length on another occasion. Emily, please excuse me, but I would like to speak to Sir Holm. I shall see you later.
اوكي.
My friend, I hope our dear Giovanni is well.
The troubles in France have fatigued him, but he will recover slowly. Do not fear. He apologizes for remaining in Rome. The voyage was too much for him.
And right he was too. The mildness of the Mediterranean, eh? Come, sit down and have something to eat, my friend. You look rather pale. Excuse me, sir. I have been neglecting my duty. I haven't introduced myself. Sir Gregory Holm, an old friend of Lord Mortimer's.
A real pleasure, sir.
You who must be well used to the court of France. How do you find this peaceful little haven?
Charming if I hadn't come here for disturbing reasons.
Yes, I heard the news. What a story.
Indeed. I wanted to ask you.
What is the store exactly? Does he know my mother? طيب ماشي.
You seem to know my mother well. Is that true?
Who does not know of her, sir? She has such a wide circle that everyone knows your mother from a distance or closer.
Everyone knows Sarah, my son.
But you only know her by her reputation.
I remember she once worked for the Crown of England and that she always honors her engagements. However, we have never been personally introduced, sadly.
Well, if I'm to believe my vision, you're not going to get along with her.
Thank you for your answers, Sir Holm. But I beg your pardon. I get the impression I know you. Have we met?
Except in my dreams, of course.
Not that I remember, young man. Perhaps you're mistaking me for another member of the Chamber of Lords. What with the wig and the powder, it wouldn't be the first time.
No, you were definitely the one I saw threatening my mother.
I thought... Never mind. It'll come back to me.
هاي
Would you
تسمع
allow me
عليهم
one
يعني.
last question, sir? I don't want to take up all your time.
Please, go ahead. What do you want to know?
طيب what did my mother come here for?
Do you know if anyone else has gone missing recently?
Not at all, sir. It's as if Sarah has purely and simply vanished into thin air.
That's right. Just take me for an idiot, why don't you?
Not even a servant, then?
Not even a servant. I can assure you, we would have been informed.
Keep your faith, my son. Only the celebrated Sara de Rice could vanish before our very eyes, and she will reappear.
ايش فيه؟
We'll
شو
see.
الصوت هذا؟ ايه
Elizabeth! I should have insisted that you rest in your room.
Do you want me to call someone?
don't
Let me handle this. I'm used to this kind of thing.
Thank you, Mr. Duché.
Miss, can you hear me?
Leave me.
Her
أحسن.
breathing is becoming
ساعدني
stable.
بالأسئلة يعني.
Her heart rate too.
Pale complexion, thin, broken nails, an enormous scar on her temple, tattoos on her hands. I don't know what happened to you, Missy, but it looks like you've been through hell.
Can you tell me something about her?
Oh, is she... What's wrong with her? طيب
The
اعطيني شو
dizzy
اللي
spell
بصير.
is harmless, but her general condition is frankly alarming. You seem to know her. What is she suffering from?
I don't know exactly, but her father sent her to us in the hope that she would recover all her faculties. It would appear she suffers from episodes of dementia.
Is she aggressive?
Sometimes, but only toward herself. She's never hit out at anyone else, I can assure you of that. She wasn't like that this morning. Something must have upset her.
That's one way to put it. The poor girl is exhausted, but that's not the cause of her problem.
Are you all right, Elizabeth? Do you feel any better?
When did she arrive?
4 days ago.
Okay. My mother had already gone missing.
هاي قلادة بسرعة يا الله.
Are you all right, Elizabeth? You gave us quite a fright.
Take it easy, miss.
Let me.
ما
I
لحقتهاش.
just need to get back to my room.
Of course, my dear. Go ahead.
ما لحقت
You
أشوفها.
saw it, didn't you?
Pardon me?
Disegni della bestia.
Sorry, Your Eminence. I don't speak Italian.
Forget it. It doesn't matter.
Gentlemen, it's getting late. It is time for everyone to go to bed. It has been a long day.
It's all the more delicate.
I'll see what I can do, but the case I'm on at the moment might well leave me with very few opportunities. Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
طلع النظرة. اوكي.
Oh,
لحقناها.
it's naughty to tell lies. Bet my life that you were talking about something totally different from the decoration of the manor. But to find out what, I should have stayed with them. Too bad.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Sir Hall, who was that young lady with
ممتاز.
you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Elizabeth Adams. طيب.
Just mentioning Elizabeth totally changed
ممتاز.
Washington's
Excellent.
attitude. Looks like he just saw a ghost.
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
لازم
Rest
نلقطهم
assured,
تلقيط على
she's not
الأسئلة
here for
على
the
السريع.
same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence.
أسرع أسرع. شت.
On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you
هذا
all
اللي لقيناه تحت.
Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
هذا منسق الغرف.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I
Okay.
shall do likewise.
Okay.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
يلا بشوفكم.
Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right, where is my room?
Where's my room? طيب الآن بدنا ندور على الغرفة تبعتنا ونشوف شو باقي الديتيلز.
Huh, that's me.
اها هاي غرفتي. اوكي. Go ahead.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Biaggi's trust. What should I do?
خلاص بعدين.
Can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Piaggi, so
بعدين
too
افتح.
bad. I'll wait until I hand it to Mother. Wow, nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
عجبتك الغرفة ها؟ خلاص مشتريها يا كبير. طيب وين الغرفة هون؟ اها. ادخل يا كبير على الغرفة، حط راسك ونام. صرت نايم ولا لسه بدك تنام؟ اها. off the coast of the England. ساحل انجلترا. خلصناها. دان. خلينا نخش ونشوف ايش هسه. ايش فيه؟ شطرنج.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
De Richet can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of de Richet's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young
في
French
الباب.
soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have
هذا
one of
أبو
my
قناع.
men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late, and we have much to discuss. One last move?
يا اخي ليش عندي احساس انه هاي.
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this?
حتى مشيته غريبة يعني.
Come, take a seat, my friend.
ايوه. وين هسه؟
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
ولا هذا حلم؟ ايوه. مين بيطبل على الباب؟ طيب هيني جاي. اوكي. طيب دقيقة شو ها؟
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured that we are doing all we can to resolve the case that concerns us. By the way, enclosed, you will find a key that will enable you to retrieve the personal effects your mother left behind. Yours faithfully, Lord William Mortimer.
طيب اوكي. دقيقة يا حبيبي دقيقة اللي على الباب. وين الباب اصلا؟ ايوه جاي.
excuse me. Am I bothering you?
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you
شو في؟
remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
اوكي
No.
يس
What's her name again?
يس ولا نو؟
Elizabeth Adams. Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes, I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
about your vision. خلينا نساعدك.
Count on me, sir.
Thank you, my friend.
حبيبي ولا يهمك
Keep
بالخدمة.
Elizabeth downstairs as long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me. According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry.
طيب يا هذا واقف عند الباب هناك.
My son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
شو
I
تسوي
believe
هذا؟
Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in the small salon.
By whom?
I don't know exactly. A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary Government. You should do something, my son.
Sounds dangerous. I shall be the. طيب I'm going in. طيب ماشي خلينا.
Shit. I was supposed to make sure Adams wouldn't go back to her room. Don't worry, Your Eminence. I'll take care of it. Probably nothing to worry about.
Do you want me to call for help?
Please don't do anything. I'm sure with a little goodwill, everything will work out fine. Don't go and wake up the whole manor, please.
Thank you, my son. May God watch over you.
ارتاح حبيبي ارتاح.
Who do you think you are?
طيب يا.
Me, sir.
If we were in France, I'd have sent you to the guillotine for what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey,
Tomorrow.
you, stay out of it. This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell is going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes,
شو يعني؟
Washington will
طب يا
have
بتضرب
a
يا
search, but this girl's gonna suffer.
ها؟
Damn it,
تظل تقول
what
لي
should I
هيك؟
do?
Let's go. Step and rush. آدم. طيب يا.
Let her go. Huh? Stay out of it, boy.
إيه.
What are you playing at? I told you to mind your own business, boy. If you think you can side with this whore and then just walk away, you're out of your mind. Give me one good reason not to knock you down.
Sir, you obviously do not know who I am, or you'd keep your distance.
Ooh, one more like that and I'm gonna get scared. Don't think you're getting away with it that easily. I'm sick of all these toffs. If we were in Paris, I'd send you all to the guillotine. And on top of it all, a woman telling me how I ought to behave? I won't stand for it.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
What? Don't tell me you're gonna defend these harlots.
أحدش. كيف قلت لا ما فيش غير هذا.
I believe in man. From speech comes dialogue. From dialogue, peace is born. And from peace, great destinies flourish.
What the fuck are you talking about?
ممتاز.
I get the feeling you're trying to put one over on me. If that's the case, you're making a big mistake.
Sorry about that. Look, there's no point in us aggravating each other. Let's both just go our separate ways.
Don't move. We're not done yet. You wanted to be the knight in shining armor and save the damsel in distress. Let's see how brave you are.
ايه شو بتعمل ولا؟ طيب ماشي. هيك اكلنا هوا. طيب نطلب منه الرحمة.
Listen, we barely know each other, and it seems everything went a bit too far. Let me apologize if I offended you in any way.
What's wrong? Someone cut your balls off?
Last chance, آخر chance.
You should have kept your big nose out.
لا هي الخسيس. غيبني. طيب ماشي نشوف هسه شو. اوكي اصدقائي، ننهي معكم الحلقة الثانية من تختيم لعبة ذا كونسل المجلس. لا تنسون اصدقائي اللايك، الاشتراك، تفعيل زر التنبيهات. يعطيكم العافية المتابعة، ونلتقي في فيديو جديد ان شاء الله.